going from this, like some broad stroke movements, that kind of character movements that you'd like to see in this guy. So
well, Phil was saying, and we had also talked about this, it's very bird-like. The fact that this thing, can get very alert, and if you look at a bird, and I have a house, and at the beach we have like 60, 70 birds, chickens, geese, everything. And I'm always watching these chickens, and they get, you hold some bread in your hand, they go, I'm saying, they get really interested. I like the idea these things can just like snap in no frames to a position, and then they can suddenly. I like the idea also of coming down to a low ducking position. They can actually bend here because they have a great knee joint here. And of course, the head should do all sort of telescoping. The head should be completely mobile. The head should be able to look at, if a kid is back here, without leaping around, it'd be great if the head, can I turn this?
Sure, yeah.
It'd be great if the head, could just turn around. I think that's always, I love the wrinkles when it turns too. The head can just like turn back, so it's a real scary shot.
Right, that's very
when you're there, you're looking over the shore, it looks back at you, and then the rest of the body follows, and the head straightens out, the body snap, turn.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's the most dynamic look for this puppet.
Right.
Yeah.
You want some real snap turns. You want to be able to go from here, stand full size with a snap turn to the head, and the head straightens out,
Exactly.
and the head goes down.
The other great thing about that is when you have him like this, and he's actually, you look at him, and you feel he's looking this way. He's actually looking at you. You do a move where he just lunges at you, the head turn and moves towards you like really quick out of nowhere.
And you probably get the head to go all the way around like that. That's good. It goes all the way back like that's even better. The farther back you can go, the scarier it gets. You get the shots of these kids to make a sound, and you just get this thing turning around looking at you like that. You go, oh shit. Do it.
There are other little characteristics that might be worth playing with too, are notions of these, if they're going to be in a pack, of getting them to point, where they're on the ground, they want and they see the thing, to get them to even do kind of a boing, even to do something dramatic with their tails, where they see the see the prey.
I also like the idea that when they see the prey, he stops and like a pointer, and then he starts tapping out like a code with the big toenails, and the other ones
nice
here,
they communicate.
They communicate that way. They communicate by little squeaks and shouts, and also by I just think the tapping of the foot is so scary.
A couple of pretty important, physical details that should be incorporated into all of these things to really pull it over into reality is they're always breathing.
Yes.
Just constantly, you're seeing the rib cages.
I'll tell you, I did on E.T.
swelling.
That was something was so important to me, was getting E.T. to always have chest movement.
His vein in his head.
Well,
hi, Kat.
Remember the vein? Always getting his little vein.
Pulsing. That was
But I think there's so much drama that you could get out of
and
pregnant pauses when they
the hand,
stop
too.
and they're holding their breaths. They're getting ready to attack,
Sure,
and
when you stop there.
or when they just get done hitting somebody, they're
The other thing that
they're hyperventilating.
Oh, I love the breathing idea. Also on E.T., we all the eyes were able to dilate. Is that possible to do that here?
Yeah, we have to do that in close-up.
Close-up, close-up head. Yeah.
Build a bigger one
Because I think that's really good. It adjusts different light. You see the eye getting bigger or smaller. And we did that about 4 shots in E.T. It was really effective. The philosophy of this would be that we would make it scarier. We would never see a shot like this. You would only see a shot from inside the car from the kid's point of view, or you'd see a shot from Grant's car through the rain at the full-size Rex. And that would be the rules, because otherwise it becomes a Godzilla movie where you're cutting to angles. To me, it's not scary unless you're with the people in the car looking out the windows.
It's not a point of view. Now
This is scary to me. When you're inside the car with the kids and you're moving around with a little dolly inside the car and you're moving around, this sort of thing, that's great.
He should try to
Well, I like the idea of him putting his whole body against the car and pushing the car on purpose.
Yeah.
And the car comes up against the fence, which is probably, by that time it's down like this, it comes up against it, and then the car starts going like this.
Yeah, great stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the electricity totally out, isn't it? Because I was going to say, it'd be great if the sparks are flying off the fence.
But you know what's really going to be scary? I mean, everything we're talking about here is essential for credibility. What's going to be the scariest stuff is when you hear the breathing of this thing, and this nose comes in the car window, and you see the breathing against the glass, displacing the rain, or you just see the tongue go into the window a little bit, or you just feel the breath, how fetid it smells, and you just get a sense that when this nose is in the car, it's like deafening. Intake and expiration of air. It could really be scary.
flap.
Well, the part I like is where it eats the skylight, and the skylight, the big plexi comes out, and it actually protects the kids in a plastic bubble. But it frustrates the wreck. He's trying to get his mouth around the kids, but he's got the plastic bubble in his way. It goes right through the top of the car. So it means the whole half roof would be a big plastic bubble. It could just go inside the car and encapsulate them, you know? What wouldn't be good is the Rex looks over his shoulder at a sound. It goes like this.
Right.
Oh, no.
But maybe it could be scary actually. But I mean, what is good is he hears a sound. He goes.
Absolutely.
That fast.
That feels good.
You know? No, I like that kind of thing. I like the thing in the middle of a thing with the kids. He sees the kids in there. He says he stops and scratches his face. You know, like that. Some water gets in his nose. He shakes his head. He sneezes. You know, I had all the ET operators constantly with ET stuff like that for no reason. Things that had nothing to do with the story. It was just behavioral.
And like you say, like the breathing could be, I mean, just constantly having these huge volumes of.
Yeah. Now, how do you do that stand full size with the breathing?
I have no idea.